Simplicity is the art of restoring a clear and unobstructed view of the things that really matter. It's about unplugging from the complexity of life and faith and taking ourselves out into the wild. The Campfire has always been a place of retreat and that kind of simplicity. Getting away from the city lights and searching our busy souls, looking for those parts of ourselves which we thought we might have lost. Our lives are so full, so distracted and stretched. That's why we need to learn to clear away the clutter and detox our hearts. We need to become like children again, just simply trusting and worshipping our God. To come before Him authentically. But what does authenticity really mean? Jesus said worship in spirit and truth. So true worship is just bringing a real response to the real God. Authenticity is not a style, it's a state of the heart. We can be authentic standing in a crowd of thousands, and we can fake it in our house church in the company of our closest friends. It's not about style, it's about substance. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. The Campfire is a place of deep communion where we can share ourselves, our real selves. People love telling ghost stories around the fire, with the glow of the flame making everything way more menacing. So we as the church have to learn to tell our ghost stories, because in sharing them something beautiful happens. Our deepest fears yield our deepest connections. That is how true community is forged. It is a beautiful paradox that through being vulnerable, we can find the very armor that makes us invincible. Our God turns our horror stories into anthems of hope for others. He transfigures our fears and doubts and uses them to stir hope and faith. Our testimonies, no matter how dark, are powerful weapons of light. Ghost stories in His hands become Holy Ghost stories. And there's nothing safe about an open flame that's blazing with imposing heat and wildness. Nor is there anything safe about our God. He has a wild, untamed, adventurous heart. He is the Lion of Judah, not some domesticated idea of man. He is calling us out into His adventure of risk and danger so that we might change the world. You see, the thief came to steal, kill, and destroy, but Jesus came so that we may have life, and life in all its fullness. And our God loves us too deeply to smother us with safety. He knows we don't combat our fears by living sheltered lives. We fight fear by developing courage. We need to stop thinking of the gospel as an insurance policy against getting hurt, and rather as a license to dream big for the kingdom, no matter the cost. And this Campfire ethos is that we would no longer want to be half-alive, pew-warming Christians, but rather uncaged and untamed disciples, giving up our lives so that the lost can know all are welcome and invited to this fireside. There's no outsiders here and no need to stay in the cold. Everyone can join our ramshackle choir because worship is a community project and every voice is equal to God. So come on, it's time to imagine church as vulnerable as an open flame. Imagine worship as intimate as the fireside. Imagine mission as the ignition of God's people fueled by the consuming fire. This is a call to return. Return to a campfire heart, a childlike faith, back to our roots, back to simplicity, and then to light a fire in the darkness.